Hello and welcome to BBLB Celebrity Hijack. Hope you're well. It's day 5, it's 7:32, and no less than Kelly Osbourne is in the Hijack booth, but she has got some pretty top-notch stuff to do at the moment. She's very busy, so we're not allowed to speak to her. Sorry, just a bit frustrated. Tonight we're going to be talking entrepreneurial skills with the apprentices Katie Hopkins. And we're going to be talking music with a legendary DJ who's got more soul than King Kong's flip-flops. It's only Trevor Nelson! Also, a terrified audience. Look at them, there they are. Especially her, who just said to me, whatever you do, don't ask me any questions about the show. It's the girl that doesn't watch the show, everyone! Love her. And as always, we're going to be finding out what the blue blazes you make of it all in Little Brother's Big Shout. Here's how to get in touch. Nail it, Smudger. 0871 200 1040. Text studio and that comment of yours to 83188 or email us via the Channel 4 website, channel4.com/BBLB. Now, given that we have a house full of talented youngsters, we probably haven't seen the best of them yet, but quite subjective, but it's only right to ask who is the most talented housemate and why. There we go. There they are with their respective talents. Get your texts and emails coming in right away if you blooming well please. Now we're going to kick off the shows we haven't done yet, but we should do because we're traditionalists with Little Brother's Big News. All right. Guess what, romance fans? What? Thanks. I'd really be screwed without you. We might be up and running with a Big Brother romance. How about that? At 12:27 today, racing driver Jeremy and that young bendy lady gave an Oscar-winning performance in the art of playground flirting. No, you hang up.
Emilia, you look amazing in your full-length leg warmers. Does that make you feel good?
You've just said so many bad things. You have to say a lot more good things to equal it out.
It'll get equalled out, don't you worry.
Yeah.
I'm going to shower you with compliments.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
I'll shower you with compliments, starting from lunchtime. I'm just going to slip it in, casual conversation. God, you have nice arms.
They're not arms. I don't want the arms.
You have really nice guns. Look, tense them up.
That's not a compliment.
Tense them up.
That is not a compliment.
I'm joking.
That's what I'm talking about. Just so going to get it on. Earlier today, the young Princess of Darkness arrived to start her time as today's Celebrity Hijacker. Interesting start. Take a look.
Now what am I supposed to do? Then do I hit it again to lock it? But then I just have to hit the... I don't know what I'm doing. Which...
So, fair to say, somewhat shaky start, but believe me, you have never seen better nominations the way she does them in her life. She's a brilliant Big Brother. Watch her tomorrow night's main show to see Kelly in full flow. And today was the first nominations day. Kelly took them, and here exclusively is actual nominations footage. Take a look.
He's got to be less chauvinistic. It's so bad.
He's just too much. And do you know, like, those people who are just drama? Every situation, like the smallest thing, is turned into like the biggest deal.
I can't actually talk to her because it's... I don't know. I've just got nothing in common with her, I don't think.
I can find him a bit touchy-feely sometimes. I don't know.
Who are they talking about? Very interesting. We'll be finding out all that nomination results on tomorrow's BBLB. That, my friends, was Little Brother's Big News. Now, joining us now is a very successful businesswoman, but her talents do not end there. She can also play the piano and the violin and run very, very fast. Or so she tells us. She's no apprentice. It's Katie Hopkins! Nice to see you, Katie. How are you?
You're the most bounciest man ever.
I beg your pardon?
You're so bouncy.
I am quite bouncy on
You
this
are?
show, yes. Let me just tuck myself down and sit down and the interview will begin. So, what do you think of the Celebrity Hijack so far?
I love it. I
What
love
do
it.
you
I
like
think it's
about
a
it?
great new slant on the show, and I think it's great that we've got young people in there showing what they can do. I think it's good.
OK, good stuff. Whose talent out of the housemates would you most like to have?
I probably would go with LaToya. She can dance, and I think that makes you cool. And, you know...
I don't think we've seen enough of LaToya.
We haven't. We need to see more of LaToya.
We're liking LaToya.
Yes,
All right.
we are.
You share a talent with one of the housemates, Liam, but you're not...
Don't give me that. There is nothing that Liam and I have in common.
You're an entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur.
Look at that! Would you? That's a disgrace.
What are you talking about?
I don't know how he calls himself an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are about relationships. Business is about relationships. He could not make a relationship with a pet gerbil. He's not good. Not good.
This is terrible.
It's worse than that.
As a fellow entrepreneur, we'd love to get your take on him and his talent.
He has no talent that I can see, and I wouldn't want to be in the same room with him, or his terrible pants.
Could you save that for after the VT?
Of course.
Let's take a look.
I started my first business when I was 8 years old. By the time I was 13, things were running so well that it was kind of time to hire somebody. I employ 12 people. Business is all about image, how a client or potential client will perceive how you are. And I kind of take a laid-back image. I want them to buy into me as a 19-year-old and not kind of feel that's going to get in the way. I'd love to kind of establish not my company, but myself more, because I love to become a brand. Somebody who can go around the country, around the world. There's so much further to go.
I love the fact it's impossible to find a shot that Amelia isn't warming up on as well. It's just that sort of leg just came through halfway through. OK, so what is your problem with him? Because he seems like a nice guy.
He's just sort of a no guy, isn't he? He's the sort of Magnolia of guys. There's nothing going on there, really, you know. There's nothing really happening.
Do you not think, though, that it's a difficult environment in the house? In terms of everyone else has a really tangible talent and they can...
No, you know, business is really difficult. You've got to grip it, you've got to have great relationships with your client, and you've got to have likeability. And this guy's got neither of those two things.
But he is running a company at 19, though. That's good, isn't it?
He started it when he was 8. As far as I can see, he's only about 8.5 right now.
Oh. What's going on here?
I just don't like him.
I thought you might quite find him attractive.
No, not with that hairdo. Terrible, terrible,
OK,
terrible.
now, he is having a couple of problems with the talent. Take a look at this exclusive diary room footage. I want to get your take on this.
I feel so dumb in this house. I really do. Because there's nothing for me to do with my talent or anything in here. There's nothing for me to kind of express myself with. And everybody else seems to have, like, you know, art or music or, you know, physical kind of stuff to do. I'm not a dumb guy. I'm an intelligent guy. And it's just kind of bugging me.
Now, I think this is a fair point, because if you look at pretty much everyone else, with the possible exception of Jeremy, they can all showcase their talents while they're in the house, right? And maybe John as well. They can all showcase their talents while they're in the house. But it must be quite difficult for him, because he can't really go, hey, everyone, let's do washing up in the most economical way.
No, but I think...
Get some dividends out of
really,
it.
really missing the point, because to get selected for the show, you had to be brilliant in your field, great talent. But in the house, to be retained in the house, you just have to be likeable.
Yeah.
You just have to be someone wants to be around. And he's missing out on that point. That's all he needs to do. That's all he needs to be. And he's not being that.
We will see tomorrow with nominations.
Indeed.
OK, so which housemate do you think has most popular brand potential?
I think Nathan's got real brand potential, but also I think Anthony is doing really, really well.
Okay.
I think he's a likeable guy. He's very marketable. He appeals to male, female, I'd say. And he's just a sort of guy that's nice to have around. He could look after you.
We liking Anthony, audience?
Yes.
The guys answer this, yes. The girls answer this, yes. and other than Liam, finally, who appears to be getting on your nerves? Who don't you like?
I'm probably not so keen on the two Ice King and Queens, Victor and Emilio.
OK, why don't you like them?
They just don't exude any emotional energy at all, do they? You don't want to cuddle them, you don't want to hug them. Ooh, scary, scary people. They break each other's fingers, break each other's knees to do their routine. That's not brotherly love. I don't like it.
I think they do seem to be putting themselves out, though, and saying and trying to, you know, most of the shows you see in terms of so far, they appear to be, you know, playing quite a big part, especially
Yeah, they're
Amelia.
playing a big part, but it's kind of a scary part. They're just this kind of... They don't have this kind of lovely feel about them. They're just these two quite strange circus performers who've lost most of their family in horrific accidents in a circus ring. That's kind of weird to me.
OK. You're freaking me out, so let's move on. Bye for now, Katie, everyone. Thank you. All right. Still to come is over there. Trevor Nelson is going to be critiquing the more musical housemates. I love Trevor always looks like it's his house. Whenever I look at him, look, making yourself behind this, Trevor. See, he's going to be using his R&BB expertise. Thanks for that. And we'll be seeing even more of Katie, who's quite scary, and we'll also be showing you what went on with Ian Wright when we went behind the scenes. We are back in 4. Welcome back to Day 5. And it's 7:47. BBLB is a hive of activity today. We've still got Trevor and Katie to come. Our raucous audience is still here, over there. And Kelly is busy hijacking away. And everyone is here in honour of our wonderful...
Ass mates. We're all ass mates.
I beg your pardon. On Saturday, football legend Ian Wright took control of the...
Ass mates. We're all ass mates.
and put their senses to the test. Now, we were man-marking him all day and even broke down his defences to get a team talk with the man himself. Take a look.
I'm quite nervous about it because, you know, I'm the all-seeing, all-knowing, so I'm under a bit of pressure, I think.
So this is where you'll be for most of the day. Shall I go through how it all works, really? For example, if you want to talk there, you would pull that down, keep your finger on it, that light will go red.
Is that how low it's going to come through?
We can turn it up. We can turn it up.
This is it, isn't it? I'm kind of excited about it. You press that button, hold that down, mic live, you're ready to rock. This is Ian Wright.
Can I ask one question? Are you a sir?
No, just an MBE.
Yeah, she's a brilliant girl.
What do you mean? You what you fancy?
Nah, it's just...
Like, you actually look like a turkey. This has been more of a mare for me than anything else. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting to grips with this bloody button. This can be a little bit daunting sometimes. These look all right on me, these headphones. They don't feel like they're happening to me, and I couldn't wear my hat. It's not happening. I'm so enjoying this. Don't stop me, we're having a good time. There she goes. Woo! Okay. It has been fun, and it's something that, you know what I mean, if given the opportunity, I'd love to do it again. It's been great.
So, it was brilliant, wasn't it, Mr. Ian? Right. So, Ian's had a go, Kelly is having a go right now, and you could get your turn hijacking the house in what possibly is our best competition ever this year. Take a look. So far, 4 top celebrities have hijacked the Big Brother house.
Hello, campers. Heidi, hi.
Don't stop me, we're having a good time. I've got the power!
Oh, whoops, I pressed the wrong button there. I'll start again.
Can I see your impression of my dad, please?
What impression of your dad? Did you see me earlier?
And now you two have the chance to be a Big Brother hijacker. To be in with a shout, all you need to do is tell us what you'd do if you could hijack the house. Go on to e4.com/Big Brother to find out more.
That was mean.
There we go. Joining us now, another very talented guest, child chess champ, turned DJ extraordinaire. It's only Trevor Nelson, everyone! What's up, Gurman? How are you? How you doing? So nice to see Trevor Nelson here. It's his house. Now, listen, first things first, mate. We've got you here for your musical expertise. But before we go into that, 2 quite different hijackers so far, Matt and Ian. Obviously, we had Alan, which we won't see that until tonight. Whose style do you like? Who are you like?
Matt. Sorry, Ian. It's all about Matt. Matt started the whole thing off really well. He had a dark side to him, didn't he?
He was cheeky, wasn't he?
It was really cheeky. I mean, I wish he did it with Anthony, though.
Why?
Because Anthony's a boxer, and Anthony stroking John's back would have been something to see, you know?
Poor John was in fear of his life while he was stroking Anthony's back.
Ian's kind of nice. Ian was just a bit too nice and Ian a bit respectful, but I did like Matt. OK, you are the authority on urban music. You have seen a lot of young talent during your career. We have 2 budding singer-songwriters in the house. Let's get your take on them. Take a look. sick, innit?
Can't help but think, ain't it funny? I just can't be without her no matter what. I know that I can't do without my love.
See, varying styles there, has to be said, Trevor. All right, let's talk Nathan first.
OK, I've done gigs with the guy. You know, he's well known at a sort of street level. He's a very good singer-songwriter. He's young. He's got it all going on, but he's not Usher.
Yeah.
And even though you're from the UK, you're still in Usher's slipstream, and that's where Nathan's... That's why it's good Nathan's doing this, to get people to know who he is.
That's always my problem. I'm always in that bloomin' Usher's slipstream.
It's a good one to be in, though, Dermot.
I mean, should he have done this, though? Because obviously there's big risk involved going into Big Brother.
I think he should have done it. I really do. I think that if you're trying to make it in this country as a singer and you're doing American-style music, you've got to get as many people to see as possible.
Okay.
So, and he's a nice kid. He's got
the skills to pay the bills, hasn't he? I mean, you can tell he's very talented.
Yeah, he brushes his teeth. He's got a Colgate smile. You know what I mean? He gets on with everyone, and that's all he can do.
OK, let's move on to Callista. Thoughts about her?
Yeah, she interests me a lot. She interests me a lot. Completely different. Musicals all the way. You know what I mean? That girl will end up in musicals. I don't see her as a pop star or crossover star, but I see her as someone who will maybe write and sing and appear in musicals.
Are you aware of her work in the I Love to Play My Bongos in the Morning song?
I heard it, yes. Apparently it's been played on One Extra, a station I'm on. Yeah, I've not heard it, but someone's been playing it.
We can have a little short burst now.
Must we?
Let's hear it. In rehearsal, we played it 5 times and it felt uncomfortable. I would have settled for 3 when we went live.
That's one of the best written songs I've ever heard. Sitting on the Dock of a Bay is my favourite, but that one's close.
I don't know if you know, but the lyrics do go, I love to play my bongos in the morning, repeat 20 times, followed by, I said I love to play, repeat 20 times. Listen, what sort of future do you think those two talents have? I mean, can Nathan properly break through? And, you know, I mean, Callista's obviously very talented, all joking aside.
I honestly think Nathan's talented enough to have a proper pop hit, you know, and have success. He's had an album called Masterpiece, for God's sake, you know what I mean? And it was a nice album, but I think with him, you need profile, and this is the first step to that. I think with Callista, it's definitely musicals. It should be treading the balls in Covent Garden. I think she's got something to offer, but maybe not on a pop level.
Now, let's just talk very briefly romance. We mentioned it slightly earlier on the show. Amelia and Jeremy, can this happen?
I think so. Have you seen her stretch? Man, listen, I was watching her put her leg up on the wall and I was thinking he was having a good look.
He was loving it, wasn't he?
He was having a good look, and I think he does like her, but I do believe it's that lustful romance going on in there. They're cooped up in the house, you know how it is.
Of course. OK, well, even at this embryonic stage of the show, we love to have a little bit of a gossip about the housemates, don't we, audience? Yeah. So if you would, please come with us, Trevor, as we play a game called Guilty Pleasures.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Katie's with us as well, as is our resident Cupid of this series. Now, we asked the housemates before they entered the house who their celebrity guilty crush was. We couldn't keep the juicy gossip to ourselves. We have 4 of the housemates here in various settings. You have to guess who the guilty crush is. We're going to start with Jay. He's there. He's by the Eiffel Tower. Who do you think it could possibly be?
Eiffel Tower. We're going girl or boy?
Girl, boy.
Girl, boy.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I'll give you a clue. This is a clue, the Eiffel Tower.
Oh!
A Parisian...
What about Lenny Kravitz's girl?
Oh, nice.
Vanessa Paradis.
Vanessa Paradis.
We'll go with her.
Yeah, maybe Vanessa Paradis. Yeah. Audience over there, thoughts? Maybe we won't go back to them. Let's take a look. You're saying a Vanessa Paradis?
I love people like you.
Paris Hilton. I get the clue.
It was that clue.
Next up,
I get the clue now.
Anthony, boy from Lowestoft. He's getting proposed to in this scene here, as you can see. Who do you think, Anthony? Remember, bear in mind, guilty crush. So you probably wouldn't say they'd go together normally. Just think morning television.
Yes, that's Fiona, isn't it?
No, it's never. Is
Fiona,
that blonde
what's
hair?
it? Yeah. I go with her.
GMTV?
Is she not? I think she is. Fiona, what's it?
It's Fiona, what's it?
It's Fiona. It's Fiona.
Dare I go to the audience?
It's not Penny Smith, is it?
No.
No, I dared and we shouldn't have.
Fiona Phillips.
Fiona Phillips. Is that what she's called?
It's Fern.
I like Fern.
All right, now, Trevor, maybe you're the only person that should answer this because I'm a bit worried about what Katie will say when she sees Liam. It's Liam, Eiffel, Leaning Tower pizza, having some spaghetti.
Italian, obviously. Man or woman?
Not Italian.
Man.
Not Italian.
Not Italian.
Not Italian.
Think in a band.
In a band.
He's never been there.
You'll never get it.
No, we'll never get it. It's a female, though. In a band.
No.
No?
Male.
Male in a band.
That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Male in a band, Leaning Tower pizza, spaghetti. Come on.
I don't know.
This shouldn't put you. It means nothing. This means nothing.
Just.
Oh, that's just a thing.
Yeah.
In a band. In a band or solo? Quickly.
In a band.
In a band. All right. McFly.
Yeah, someone from young. Someone young.
Someone from McFly.
Yes.
Oh, it's only Doogie from McFly.
You did good.
There we go. And lastly, we seem to have decapitated John's head, and he's next to a lovely lady here in a bed. He's having a nice time. Who could it possibly be?
Scottish.
Newsreader.
Scottish.
Current affairs, early morning in bed.
Nice.
I'll tell you who. It's Sharon Osbourne. That's all we've got time for today. No chance for today's big shout. Thanks to Katie Hopkins, Trevor Nelson, everyone. We're back tomorrow at 7:30, joined by Big Brother Buff, Emma Kennedy and Russell Brand. Don't forget the boys on the show tonight. And, of course, the latest friends from the house, E4 9 o'clock. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.